from now on, when it's that fake tough shit, you gumming kneecaps. Alex said, like, he still had the energy, but didn't have a real bite, so he was just gumming at the knee.
Is that a shirt? Can you do a shirt with that? Gumming knees?
You might want to pause and gum and knees.
I mean, no, it's definitely a pause, but a gum and knee shirt, I don't know who's gonna rock and wear it. But you can call somebody, a knee gummer.
Welcome to Start with the Facts. Yeah. Happy Friday, day after Thanksgiving.
Yo.
I told y'all what week it is.
You looking fly. You looking fly.
Yeah. Little dime life attire.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Logos on logos. Hey, we just put
logos.
Logos and logos.
And I'm tripping for Will.
What Will wearing? He done ran out of outfits.
Hey, listen to me. No, he listen to me. So let me tell you how crazy this Joker is, right? He got a sweatshirt with the national championship dates on the sleeves. Let me show you how much of a fan he's not. And so Brian said, yo, he's like, what do those numbers on the side of your sleeves represent? Will had no clue, man.
How many yards the running back ran for that?
So come here, Will. Help us out, Will. Just so you can see. My man, he didn't look, man.
Hey, listen.
And that's a Teddy Ruxpin on the front of his hoodie.
Mo, listen. Mo, I'm in the game. Now, what you wearing is official licensed Dime Life merch. That shit Will got on, that ain't licensed. That ain't officially licensed. Hey, that looks like Oregon State Beaver. That ain't officially licensed, Will.
Hey, is it ain't it like a little portal? I can put a design inside the portal
and snitch on him.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, ain't no wear that, Will. Come on, Will.
Oh man.
Nah, man, but I just appreciate the gear, but this was a perfect week to wear it. It's a rivalry. Well, the rivalry really gonna start once we finish this show, because these shows are gonna go up, and then I'm getting on the plane to go up to Michigan to play them. So after this, hey, don't talk to me, nigga. After this show, the rivalry starts till Sunday. All right. But now with that being said, man, it was a bunch of good football yesterday. The fellas came to the house for Thanksgiving. Will came over first with the non-alcoholic beverages. We appreciate that. He's supposed to do there we go. Yeah. Okay. Man, Alex came through. Jerm came through. Only person who stood me up. All right, Will.
He going crazy.
Yeah, Brian stood us up, man.
I didn't stand you up.
Yeah, there we go. Everyone else came over. But with that being said, man, y'all know how we go. Happy Friday. Hopefully y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Well, let me ask you, DJ. I know how everybody else Thanksgiving Day wasn't here. How did your Thanksgiving go down in sunny South Florida?
Yeah, I made a major mistake. And I'm paying for it now, and either the show gonna be amazing or it's not. Like, I got faded by noon before any food hit. I was in a portal. At the end of the day, I woke up 3 to 4 different times. I was in different houses. I was in my house twice. It was individuals in there that I've never seen in my life. It was just yeah. Don't drink before you eat. Like, I got out of there before I ate.
It's all good.
When I woke up, people was eating dinner, and it was 3 o'clock, and I hadn't eaten yet.
Oh man,
oh yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
that's rough. Yeah, that's rough. Well, put like this, we'll fill you in on the games and whatever.
So listen, I was like, I know Brian gonna come at me with the games. I was gonna be like, all I remember was Patrick Mahomes rolling out. He broke out of a tackle from Travis Kelce. He threw a 9 route to Lamar Jackson, who got tackled by Joe Burrow. Y'all want to? Hey, every game to me blended. I was waking up, one eye open, looking at plays. It's just all combined right now.
It's all good.
All right, DJ, just jump in whatever you want. We're probably not going to ask you anything specific. How about that? I'll tell you, that first game that kicked off, the Lions and Packers, I had eaten a ton of food. I actually took a 20-minute nap. I fell asleep with a bunch of chaos around me. Yeah. Woke up, everybody was upstairs. I'm in a basement on a recliner. No noise. Game's getting ready to kick off. So I just hung out downstairs for a couple minutes, enjoyed the peace and quiet. And that was a great game. I mean, I think they were all good games yesterday. Some surprises, but let's start with Lions-Packers, the 1 o'clock game. I don't know, what did you guys think?
Shoot, I think it just came down to injuries. They had the offensive line of the Detroit Lions just banged up.
Is that ultimately going to be what keeps them out of the playoffs?
The
Lions?
1,000%. Yeah, I think they lost their number one receiver, St. Brown.
Amon-Ra, yeah.
Yeah, so it was just like, injuries caught up with them. You playing in a divisional rival, and you got all these injuries, and Michael Parsons just playing with his hair on fire, 2.5 sacks. I just think, it wasn't much they could do about that.
It just wasn't the sacks. He was just a disruptor the whole game. Yeah, I mean, he was obviously playing in the dome. He was super explosive off the line. I think he had probably about 8 QB pressures. I was watching the game with Alex. Yeah, me, Alex, and Will was watching the game in the basement. And I just said, it looked to me that Green Bay was the more physical team when Detroit was known.
I got a question, Joe. I'd like to ask you just about watching a game with Will.
Oh, he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Hey, Will at the house watching the game, trying to hit the board. Beep, 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 beep.
What does he do when you and Alex start talking football and zone or zone blocking and what does Will do? Does he jump in and like my wife and ask some questions?
No, he just looking and smiling, just looking at the screen. Hey, you ever seen radio?
Yeah. Step hand. Reverse.
My man was just looking at the screen. What's going on?
I've never heard you say that before.
Hey, Will my dog, but he ain't lying. Will was just like, come on, man, what we doing? Well, actually, in the 3x3, this is just, you start talking. You try to teach him, but I think he grasped the point. He grasped the point of it.
Alex being a nice guy, Will didn't know shit. No, we were talking about the game. I don't know what he was asking, but it was clear that he wasn't playing around when he said he doesn't watch sports. I will say that. And so it was actually fun teaching him. It was fun just to watch the game with him. We were just sitting around having a bunch of small talk. But back to the point, and I'm pretty sure the whole world probably seeing it just looked like Green Bay was a more physical team. And I don't know if you even had a whole offensive line, if that would have stopped it. It just looked like they were just physically imposing. And, because Will asked me a question yesterday. This was a good question. He was saying, does home field advantage have that much, right? And I was just talking about the purpose of routine, the purpose of familiarity, the purpose of crowd noise, all of that stuff. You have to overcome that, and you have to win the game. You know what I'm saying? I said when these dudes went on the road and did this, that was like our insurmountable feat on Thanksgiving Day, when it's like special and all this other stuff. So I don't know. Green Bay impressed me yesterday. Michael Parsons, I was saying to myself, I know Jerry Jones wished that he had that sort of production in Dallas right now.
Yeah. Going back to Michael Parsons, man, I remember when they played against the Steelers and how Aaron Rodgers had that internal clock knowing where he was at all times. And we kind of seen that with Goff yesterday after he got hit twice by him. He started to move up in the pocket at times where he didn't even need to move up in the pocket while he got guys who are not wide open, but plays that he can make. And he wasn't doing it, just thinking about where's Parsons. So he was very disruptive yesterday. On top of that, they couldn't get Sonic and Knuckles rolling. And they were in the game the whole time to where you can continue to run the ball, but it's like they get the ball, bomb. Why? Because you don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown to be out there and to spread out the box, and now you got too high safety. Even though you need to run the ball versus too high, it still wouldn't do it. So
and that line was tore up.
Yeah.
You know what else I forgot? Remember? I don't know if you came over at this time, Joe. Remember who dropped the ball? Remember it was like
wasn't it St. Brown?
No, it was
James Williams.
I can't.
James. Yeah, J-Mo. Yeah, he had dropped. It was a few different plays that we kept on talking about. If the ball isn't out to your way, remember Green Bay was going in for a score, and he fumbled. The guy fumbled, then it bounced right back to Green Bay, and then like the subsequent drive after that, dude was wide open, like third and long, and I'm talking about wide open. You said it was fourth. It was fourth down. I'm talking about wide open where he could caught the ball, and just you know how I go, DJ, just where the ball isn't bouncing your way. Ball hitting the turf, it's going into the other team's hands. Just you can't catch a break to save your life, and that's why I shouted you out. I said, "You see where DJ talked about Mr. Momentum?" I said, "Mr. Momentum ain't walking off that sideline."
and to add to that is like you look at. I'll just talk about like the NFL as a whole. You add to that, like that's why they make they coined the phrase "any given Sunday." Yes. Right, and that's literally what we're starting to see with college football, with the NIL, the level of competition. And you look at the Lions, you look at how well they did last year. You automatically assume coming into this year, right, they are going to be in the NFC Championship, right? A handful of injuries, like you mentioned, the ball bounce here and there. Next thing you know, the continuity of the team starts to fail, and it's just not. And that's why, like, when you have a situation where your team is rocking and rolling, that's when you got to really win that championship, bro. Like that old speech in the locker room, hey, we come back and get them next year. Like I mentioned before, my first 3 years, I made the playoffs. The next 8 years, I was 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Like Cancun on 3. Right? never saw the playoffs again.
Remember we talked about that. Remember when the coach traded for Sauce Gardner? Yeah, and we were saying that the Colts are going all in because they may roll with that same personality. Let me ask you this: had the Colts been back to the playoffs like post Peyton Manning?
Man, I don't know.
They made it with luck. I believe they made it with luck. They had to have. Yeah. Like luck was rolling at one point. At one point in time, luck was rolling. Luck was going to be the face of the NFL, and I'm sure at some point in time we're going to get like a 30 for 30 because it feels like we kind of know the story, we kind of know what happened, but for him to be so young, to be so talented,
and walk away,
and then now he's back in football, you can tell that the love has always been there. So there's something, there's something there that's missing, and so I guarantee there's going to be a 30 for 30 or a special where it really breaks down what happened because the torch was literally supposed to be handed off to him.
But just think about this: the fact that we don't know may have them thinking like, hey, while we have momentum and while we want to be relevant, while we have the father passed away, Carly Ursay's in the front seat, that she's like, yo, we got to get back to where we were the topic of conversation with the New England Patriots. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
That could ultimately backfire though, right? Because if you don't win it, then you look at all of the assets that you gave away. Does it set the franchise back several years?
Yeah, watching these games closely, this is the last thing. Watching these games closely, all 3 of them, I think you remember yesterday when I said Dan Campbell had that look.
Yeah, we talked about
the
that.
First time that I've
seen
him.
He was glazed eyes?
Oh, man. Yeah.
For those of you who've been watching the show, when we talk about Dan Campbell, fighting and getting up and biting knees, his dentures wasn't in. And if he was biting knees, he was just gumming knees. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had that look.
It was at 3:46. If you want to watch the game, the play Alex is talking about, I just remember the clock right after. If you go back to the 3-minute and 26 mark of the fourth quarter, he had that look, him and Jared Goff.
Yep.
They both had it together like this shit is over.
So Alex just coined a phrase. From now on, when it's that fake tough shit,
yeah,
you gumming kneecaps. Alex said like he still had the energy but didn't have a real bite, so he was just gumming at the knee.
Is that a shirt? Can you do a shirt with that? Gumming knees?
You might want to pause and come in.
I mean, no, it's definitely a pause. But a gum and knee shirt, I don't know who's gonna rock and wear it. But you can call somebody. You can call somebody a knee gummer, right? That's like one of the new ultimate disrespect. Man, you a knee gummer. You ain't coming with no energy to affect or hurt nothing. You over there gumming knees.
Hey, I think it was a couple coaches that had that look.
Yeah, I want you to touch on that. Yes, I want you to touch on that when we get to
Andy Reid was kind of like.
Hey, I was talking about Andy Reid, that mustache that nigga had.
Oh, that was nasty.
Mustache were crazy.
A lot of bacteria.
You ever see a cat with a big stomach, when they talk, the stomach go up with them. They saying loud words. Hey, what's going on? I'm looking at that coach cracking up.
That mustache is nasty work, man. You gotta get that trimmed up.
That was
He
my
probably,
money. That was my
he
money
probably ain't
game.
got no top lip under there though. You cut that mustache off, it's just teeth. That's that second plate. That mustache holds the second plate on Thanksgiving.
Let's talk about the second game. So Kansas City goes on the road to Dallas, right? I actually did some in-game betting yesterday, and my money won yesterday was on that in-game betting.
What you bet?
I went in on Kansas City in the fourth quarter. Kansas City was driving; they were down 7, and in-game betting had them at plus 6.5. And I thought, there's no way they're not going to make it, closer than it is now.
Yeah.
And I was right. So I went in twice on Kansas City at plus 6.5, and I think again at plus 6. They ended up covering that spread even though they lost the game. So that's where my money was.
Parlay
Parlay Jenkins.
Figured out the right time, the right team. Boom. And I'm sitting there on the recliner. I got ham sandwiches. That was that was probably like my third meal at that point. And winning some money. So it was a great day.
Oh man.
But I mean, but it was a great football game too. I mean, I thought that was the best of the day.
Come on, Reese.
Yeah, I want you to talk because we sat at the table
we sat there and watched it,
and I want both of y'all to talk.
I
first.
wanted the Cowboys to lose. Y'all know Baker Mayfield, the Steelers, the Cowboys, the Michigan, all the same bucket. And Dallas Cowboys, I don't know what happened, man. I'll tell you like this. I will say this. My opinion has swung back into where it was at during the first part of the season.
Let's talk about the first quarter. How was you feeling during the first quarter?
Oh, I was through the roof. I said, man, there's no way nobody can beat these guys. It looks like they picked up where they left off against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm over here bragging to Alex. I said, man, there is no defense who can watch these guys who can once Patrick Mahomes and team starts rolling. I was like, there's nobody who can watch it. And so what I was convinced was, I was like, okay, Dallas is not really doing anything. They're not imposing themselves on KC. It's not like George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb early on was going out here and doing anything special, right? Now, a lot of people will go and see what George Pickens did in like the third and fourth quarter, and CeeDee Lamb was basically, being productive late in the game. But I was like, it's not like these guys early on in the game are just doing a ton that KC can't handle. And then, man, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, midway through the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter, it just felt like KC was falling apart, where motherfuckers couldn't get open, people dropping passes, Patrick Mahomes getting flushed from the pocket, like whatever. I don't know do y'all know who the defensive coordinator is for the Cowboys?
No.
Whoever it was, he earned his money yesterday because whatever schemes he threw up against those guys, they definitely earned it, and I was impressed by Dallas' defense, and this was without Michael Parsons. So kudos to Dallas. I didn't want to see him win. Kudos to George Pickens. He is officially wide receiver number 1. And the other question is, I don't know how the fuck you're going to keep him in Dallas because it's going to cost a shit ton for him, CD, and Dak. But kudos the Cowboys.
Hold on, Mo. You're talking too
What's
fast.
up?
All
Go
right.
ahead.
First quarter, you said you was feeling good. Second quarter, you touched on that.
Yeah.
Third quarter, when they started to move the ball again, what did you say?
These niggas is like what I thought they was.
It ain't no way that they can be stopped, right?
Yeah. But I told Alex.
Wait, you talking about the Cowboys?
No,
the
KC.
Okay,
So,
see.
yeah, I was. So remember early in the season, I was like, man, these dudes are rebuilding. And then I remember the Kool-Aid you drunk last week.
Yes.
I had the same Kool-Aid. I drank the Kool-Aid. I said, man, KC is back. Man, by the end of the game, I was like, I see why these niggas 6-6 now. You know what I'm saying? It was horrible, man. It was, I don't know. It was horrible.
And what about snowballs and hail? What was that?
They don't have a snowball's chance. They don't have a snowball's chance in hell to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't see how they make the
That's
playoffs.
tough. Hold on. I'll bet you. I'll bet. Most
You
State.
bet they win?
I bet a stake that they win the playoffs.
I bet you
they
2-1
make it to
they-
the playoffs.
I think they will too.
How?
I think they're gonna have to win out, like Parlay said. I watched the game too. I thought for sure KC was gonna pull it off, but I think the problem is with KC is the fact that they are no longer coming back at the end of the game. They're not getting the stops.
That was a statement you made, right?
They're not getting the stops that they were getting last year. They were able to, hold offenses in the fourth quarter when it's a one-score game. They did it 12 times, ended up winning. Right. This year, it's kind of like the
50-50.
reverse. So it's like they won one game that was within a one-score. Point spread or whatever, and in the fourth quarter ended up making the stops and coming back and winning. So anyway, last night I just seen the mistakes. They was getting all kind of penalties. Watson, number 35, the DB, man, getting cooked.
Oh yeah.
Can anybody watch George Pickens though?
Yeah, see, George Pickens. You know what? I got a little feeling about him. I think Paul. I think is it his contract year?
Yeah, his contract
This is
year.
what dudes do. They ball out for their contract, get the money, and then get shaky the next year.
He was dogging the shit out of
He
him.
was
Watson,
dogging. I
was.
give him credit though. He was eating. So I don't know. I just think that KC got some things they got to clean up. They got to catch the football late in the game.
Yeah.
We saw Kelsey drop a crucial pass that would have been a first down. And I don't know who was the other one that dropped. Somebody else dropped
Number 4.
Rice.
Right.
My man Wilson, number 6, man, he was playing that lockdown defense.
No, he was terrible. See, that's what I'm saying. They should have capitalized off it because this dude couldn't guard him.
See, DJ,
Rice.
yeah. So what you missed when you had one eye open and one eye closed? I'm talking about these dudes are blown coverages, wide open. Dudes in the middle of the field dropping passes. I know Patrick Mahomes was like, "Come on, my nigga, like give us a chance."
so
Exactly.
look,
And they had that look.
I get the quadruple down on it. What did I say at the start of the year when George Pickens
What?
went to the Cowboys?
What?
They gonna have the best duo in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, they're the best duo by far.
Hold on. You know why they're the best duo? Because I'm sitting here listening to you guys talk right now, and who are you guys talking about? George Pickens. Okay. CeeDee Lamb had more catches, more yards, the only touchdown, and a longer catch. They're starting to become interchangeable.
Yep.
It's starting to become. We're sitting here talking about how George Pickens got off. He's a freak athlete. He's gonna do those plays, jump over guys, make guys miss. But combined, they had 200 yards receiving on 13 catches, 1 touchdown. But again, CeeDee Lamb's numbers and stats were better all game. So
You know what George had? You probably didn't see this, but he had the impact catches.
Oh no, yeah, at very important downs.
Yes,
right.
correct.
3rd, 4th down to seal the game, impact
Yeah.
catches. But again, we're talking about can they mesh together? Can they gel together? There are enough balls to be thrown. They're both getting their numbers, right? It seems like they got a great relationship, and I think Dak understands that. Dak understands that. Hey, for this thing to work out, I have to go to each of my key guys close to 10 times a game. But when you have guys that have that ability, I froze? Okay. No, when you have guys that have that ability, it makes it easy to go there because there's going to be production. So my highlight of that game was the after-game press conference to see Jerry Jones with that glory hole smile, right? That glory hole smile.
Yeah.
He did the interview holding a turkey leg. Name another owner in the NFL. That's why you gotta you hate on the Cowboys after watching America's team and hearing Jerry Jones' story, basically how he's always bet on himself. He's always been right. For it to be 20 plus years and the Cowboys to not even sniff a Super Bowl, and for him to continue to quadruple down on everything. Look, I want Jerry Jones in the playoffs. I want Jerry Jones in the Super Bowl. My last year, hold on, listen. I didn't say they're gonna make the Super Bowl. I root for Jerry Jones because he believes in himself, and he goes against the grain. And just imagine how amazing sports media will be if the Cowboys make the playoffs. Just imagine the different topics and all the different things that we'll be able to speak about. My last year before I went to Chicago, there was some conversations about me going to Dallas, and I told my agent, I said, if you get me to the Cowboys, I'm gonna just be honest with you. My only goal is to end up on a private jet, leaving the game, going back with Jerry Jones. I mean, I did a crazy play. That was it. My goal wasn't to make tackles, wasn't to make money. My goal was to do something so Jerry said, hey, man, bring your ass on over here. Let's go.
Before you move on,
Yeah.
Hey, for all the people in chat, we want to know: do you think the Cowboys can keep CeeDee Lamb as well as George Pickens with him in his contract year?
But
Answering the comments.
CeeDee's already been paid, right?
Yeah, he's already paid.
Yeah, but
Dak has already been paid.
Yep.
Okay, so it's some other cats that's going to get their legs cut out from under them.
yeah, we want to see what the chat gonna say.
Man, Jerry going to – listen, got rid of Michael
The
Parsons.
chat, man, let the chat answer this.
Well, I'm giving the chat some information. Got rid of Michael
Let them
Parsons.
do their own info.
Yeah, man. Get that money
All
up.
right, the late game on NBC last night, Cincinnati Bengals go on the road to defeat the Baltimore Ravens. I don't know if the Ravens are still going to win the AFC North.
Hey, I couldn't wait to get to this top.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
they did not look good. Burrow
Let
did.
Alex
I
go
didn't see that
first.
one coming.
Don't give Alex no information. Let Alex go
I don't
first.
need no information. I watched the game. 5 turnovers, man. 5 turnovers. Very hard to win when you playing a game like that. Lamar didn't look like Lamar. Joe Burrow back, he was moving in and out of the pocket easily. Didn't look like his toe was affecting him. His team played very well for him. Can't even use certain words, or Jeremy gonna hit me with the pause. But I thought the Bengals did look good, and I am glad that they're like 4 wins now.
Bengals?
Yeah, they got 4 wins now, but they're still in the division with 3-1 or 2-1, something like that. They're still within the division. So the Steelers are now at the top with the Bengals losing, and I'm happy where we sit, DJ.
Yeah, I was happy to see.
All right, listen, hold on, wait, Mo. Mo, that PC shit. All that, listen, I'm going to do them like all that PC shit. 5 turnovers, you really can't win a game. Right now, the Steelers are atop of the AFC North.
Yeah, a game and a half.
Do
Half a
you
game.
believe they're going to win it? That's it. That's all I want to hear.
Go ahead, Mo. You ready?
Oh,
I told you what I thought.
You're wrecked.
You didn't tell us nothing. You gave us a bunch of stats.
And I have not told you anything all year. Have I?
Brain
There it
comfort.
is, my
Brain
man.
comfort.
I like the spin you put on it.
Hey, I was wrong about
There you
KC.
go.
I'm right about the Steelers. Well, but 2 things I say is I was happy for my man Joe Burrow, but Cincinnati for most parts they've been playing decent with Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they had a lot of confidence. And then my man Joe Burrow coming back in, I was happy for him. Did y'all see the post-game interview?
No.
Yes, my man damn near cried.
emotional.
Yeah,
Who did, Burrow?
Yeah,
Burrow.
Joe
Oh,
Burrow.
no, okay.
Yeah, so he damn near cried just talking about what he'd been through over the last 10 weeks and all the injuries. Like I think has he completed outside of that Super Bowl run? Has he completed 1 healthy season?
That's a good question. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but he was basically emotional about just all the people who helped him, physical therapists, doctors, and everybody else who helped him to get back to this point. But they've been playing good, but they just now got their general back. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how you say it, but I asked myself, like, is it just mentally, and I don't, maybe this may be a stretch, right? It's just a lot for Lamar Jackson to keep on having to be everything and everybody for the Ravens. DJ,
And those turnovers yesterday, like, you can turn the ball over at midfield or, you can turn over on downs, but these turnovers yesterday, like a fumble through the back of the end zone,
some of them are fluky.
fumbling it on Cincinnati's, 3-yard line, but still holding him to a field goal. Like, I think the game to me was closer than the score would indicate, but
Like, let me ask you
They
this,
still got their asses
DJ.
kicked.
Have you ever played with somebody who was required to do so much, but then they got to the point, that was just DJ. Yeah, landscape. Yeah. I'm just asking myself, have you ever seen somebody at the professional ranks where so much you just ask of them on either side of the ball, and then at some point, like you just see them hit a point where it's like, shit, man, it can't be just me all the fucking time who swings the game.
Yeah, 100%. But it was the opposite way. I'm talking about Tim Tebow. Like we was like, look, dog, we don't need you to be doing all this shit, right? Tebow, we don't need you. We do not need you to do all this shit. But when I look at the Ravens, right, we talk about culture, we talk about the dynamics of a team, we talk about the foundation. Their foundation is broke. Ravens have all been known for what? Defense. Dominating, stifling, intimidating defense, right? To give up 30-plus points. What? My Wi-Fi went out? You guys can hear me?
No, it went out, then it came back in. Yeah, it's choppy right now.
Landscaper's messing with you. Until
Okay.
he get back, Brian, to your point when you were talking about the turnovers.
We can hear you now. Go ahead.
You can hear me? Okay, Will.
Go ahead.
Do your thing. Ficky.
Yeah.
Get your editing. No, so I say the real issue is yes, Lamar Jackson is being asked to do a lot, but the reason is being not because of the lack of production on offense. It is the lack of production by the defense. The Ravens have been historically known for stifling, intimidating defense, right? A home game, nationally televised, Baltimore, you pray that you can score 13 points. And since the Ravens' defense isn't as stifling and dominating as it has been in the past, now Lamar is having to go down the field. Because if they could keep that game tight, where, you just expect Lamar to hit 4 or 5 critical shots, hand the ball off to Henry 25 to 30 times. We know Lamar Jackson's going to run the ball another 8 to 10 times. That's how the Baltimore Ravens are built. But I want to applaud Joe Burrow. This could be a career-defining moment to be a franchise quarterback, to have the contract that he had, for him and the willingness to come back and decide to play when your team, I believe they were 3-7 at the time, really no hopes for playoffs, winning your division. But that's the type of leadership, right? And again, in this day and age with these young guys, I would have assumed that he would have shut it down and say, hey, let's dial it up and get ready for next year. So when we spoke about guys that are replaceable and irreplaceable, last night Joe Burrow showed me why he's not replaceable. Not just his talent, but the mindset that he has. So to get that type of talent, that type of mindset in this new generation of athletes is far in between.
So yesterday, to kind of summarize yesterday, there 6 teams, 6 for the most part really good teams. Bengals are still a good team despite the record. If the playoffs started today, the only team that played yesterday that'd make the playoffs are the Green Bay Packers. So the rest of these teams, you start talking about the Lions, you talk about the Chiefs, you talk about the Ravens. A lot of these teams, they're going to have to win out to make it in.
In the hunt.
They're in the hunt.
Oh, you said
if the playoffs started today, Packers are the only team in out of the 6 yesterday. Yeah.
Where the hell you found a stat like that?
Wait. Hold on.
He does his
Parlay
homework.
does some research.
Parlay Jenkins.
Yeah.
So today's game, today, Friday, 3 p.m., we've got the Bears traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles favored by 7. I don't know. I've picked against the Bears, I think, every week. And
Me too.
if you're following me and you're wanting to win money, I'd fade me on the Bears picks. So I don't know. I'm going to go last. I'm going to hear what you guys have to say before I make a pick. But I don't know. Jerem, what do you think?
I don't know. I went with the Bears against the Nealers last week. But I might have to go Philly this time because Philly at home. I just think Philly gonna win this one. I don't have no type of inside information on that or anything. I just think they play real good at home. That's a tough team. I think they pull it off against the Bears.
Only reason I'm going is home field advantage, Philly.
Yeah,
It's that time of the year, champions. That's it.
I think they're going to have to turn up. I'm going with Philly as well. I like to look at the running back position, and I see that Swift is just slightly behind Saquon, and they can get their running game going more than the Eagles, then they're going to control the clock, and I think they'll pull it out.
yeah.
DJ?
I'm going to go with Philly as well. Even though the Bears are looking good and they're figuring out how to win games, Nails is balling. The defense stinks. The defense stinks, right? They're in the bottom half of almost every category. They're 27th. I think they're like 25th or 27th overall. They're near the last in the run game. And when you got Saquon, you got Hurts, a team that will bring in that jumbo package and run the ball. I think this is going to be a huge test. I believe Philly's going to come in and try to play bully ball. right? Even though, the Bears can turn the ball over at a high clip, that's why they've been winning these games and been in a lot of games. But when you look at the overall defense as a whole, they're not very, very productive if you could take away the turnovers.
Yeah. So you guys all picked Philly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know
Don't
this,
do
but we're 0 for 3 when we've all picked the same this year. It's happened with Bama, it's happened with Buffalo last week, and it's happened one other time. So for your guys' sake, I'm going to go with Chicago for no other reason than I just don't want to set us all up for failure.
Okay.
How about that?
Wow.
I'm going Chicago.
Take one for the team.
Yeah. You're welcome. All right, let's move in. Let's move. So it's Football Friday, but now we got to talk rivalries. We got to talk some college football. Biggest rivalry in all of sports, Maurice. Ohio State going on the road to play the whatever they are, the Michigan Wolverines over there in all their pre-World War II national championships. So this is your floor, man. Tell us what you think. I'd like to know a little bit about 2002. You up in playing Michigan and how that game went, and just talk to us about the vibe.
2002 was cool, man. I always talk about 2002. We didn't obviously, just a quick story. Won't even take that long. But prior to the game, I wasn't going to even play. And the reason I wasn't going to play is just because I was fucking beat up and bruised and hurt. I had been 14 games in high school, and then, I was the first person to graduate high school early. So then to go to spring ball and play through spring ball and then play for a long-ass season, it was just a lot. I already had a knee surgery, and just my body was banged up. But before the game, I was a roommate with C. Grant. And I remember C. Grant telling me how much the team was depending on me to play Michigan and how important it was to him. And I said to myself, damn. We was rooming because they used to put the older kids with the younger kids at the time when you are in a hotel the night before the game. And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, I didn't realize that I meant this to y'all, right? And so, when you're a young kid, you don't really verbalize your emotions towards other kids. You know what I'm saying? And so I just remember when he said that to me that night, I don't know what the fuck happened. This when I go to tell you about energy. Energy is real, right? Like, all of my energy was like, phew, man, fuck this game. Like, my body just beat up. He said that shit to me that night. This wasn't even 5 hours before the game. This wasn't even 12 hours before the game. He gave me enough will myself to say, fuck it, I'm about to go in here, get this shot in my shoulder. Whatever happens, I'm going to just lay it on the line for my guys. But that's what I remember about football. And then, we go out there and we play. We won 14-9. But the rivalry is the rivalry, man. I remember, back then, it's a thing when you line up, man, and it just wasn't for our side of the ball, but for theirs as well, when both teams know what each other's running. When you know what we running, they know what you're running. There's not a lot of secrecy. Both teams know what each other are doing, and you're just, going back and forth. And so it was a good time. In regards to this year, and I keep on saying it, this is my 2-year-old brain talking, no matter how excited I get, I be having to remind myself, like, ain't shit you can do about it, yo. So I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You get all pumped up for these games. You think about the matchups. You hear all the commentary on, through Twitter and through all the sports shows. And it gets you going, and you enjoy it all. But then at the end of the day, man, I just start to realize to myself, like, man, look, I'm going to get on this plane. I'm going to go up here in this locker room. I'm going to get down on this field. But ain't shit you can do about it, man. And that's what you really love. Like, you love the fact that you feel this real emotion. Then you hate that you really can't do anything. But then you also come back to the realization that no matter what goes on outside the game, at some point the referee has to blow the whistle. Kids got to jog onto the field. And you're going to start all this craziness before the game. But at some point, that foot going to kick the ball. It's going to go into the end zone one way or another. And then the real players going to run out there on the field, and they going to have to prove it. And in rivalry games, there's nothing I don't think you can take, where your defense is ranked, where your offense is ranked. I think that these kids naturally have an emotion to them that just makes you play harder for whatever reason. And, like, you ever fought somebody who's just hard to beat them? I think that's what rivalries are. If you ever just fought somebody and a person just fighting as hard as they can, you're like, man, where the fuck you get this energy from? It was a dude I was fighting when I was younger named Johnny Favors, right? And Johnny's, I told you about this fight, Jeremy, right? Johnny was a little bit older than me, right? And Johnny, for whatever reason was, no matter how hard I hit Johnny just wasn't phased. And I was like, fuck. And God rest Johnny's soul. Johnny used to live on my block, right? And no matter how hard I hit the dude, I was like, God damn. But Johnny was functioning from a different place, man. Like I was like, this motherfucker got like a superpower, you know what I'm saying? And so when I was fighting Johnny, and Johnny wouldn't go down, that just kind of like goes back to like just when you think about rivalries, right? Where you have two teams or two people who are literally fighting with like an abnormal power against one another. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Obviously, we're going up to Michigan. The focus and the goal is always to win. It doesn't matter if you're playing Michigan, Illinois, Oregon, Washington on the road. I'm not playing. I still get butterflies. I still get nervous as if I'm playing. And so, that's the rivalry.
So hold on. I hear all of that, and the only thing that I heard is my beef is not with Terry Porter that threw the flag. My beef is with C. Grant. So this is the butterfly effect. Okay, this is the butterfly. I hear all of that, and then what you told me he motivated, because that's the game that ultimately boosts y'all in.
National championship, yeah.
C. Grant, when I see you, dog, suck. It's up. It's C. Grant fault. Hey, listen, y'all want to have some fun?
Yeah.
Y'all want to have some fun? Hey, Will, tell us what you believe Michigan should do. What's their game plan? How do you see them doing? Let's go. Let's go, Will.
Give us some keys to victory.
Yeah.
Hey man, stay focused. Stay locked in. Underwood, Bryce, do your thing, man.
Underwood, Bryce.
Right out the door. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy.
Wait. Will, wait. One of the biggest cliches, Will.
What is it, 5th year? This is going to be 5th year. We beat y'all last 4 years.
Will, you need to put one of the biggest cliches in there. Control what you can control.
Hold on, Will. He gonna ask you a question. Go ahead, ask it. He got headphones on.
Who do?
Ask me the question. He don't have.
He gonna
headphones
relay
on.
it to me.
Oh, okay. So I just told him he forgot one of the biggest cliches: control what we can control.
He said you forgot one of the biggest cliches:
What?
control what we can control.
Yeah, control what we can control, man. Just hold it down. Fuck out all the other matters. You feel me?
Oh man.
So, man, let me ask you this: how many yards did Underwood Bryce have in the game last year?
He wasn't on the team last year.
Come on, man. All right.
Oh, Will. DJ, another, I guess not so much a rivalry game, but critical game for Miami this weekend, Saturday at noon, right? Going on the road to Pitt. So, yeah. You nervous?
What's the keys to the game,
You light the
DJ?
candle?
Hey, you see, you got a ski mask on. I was waiting for the ski mask.
I had the ski on because I didn't know what was going to happen today. But listen, sometimes people make football harder than it needs to be, right? The reason Pittsburgh is winning is because of their young freshman quarterback, right? Throughout the season, the reason that University has been winning games is because our stifling defense and the way that we get after the quarterback. This is simple, and this is what the 0-1 Hurricanes game plan would be coming into this game. The first 1 or 2 series, we're gonna do several all-out blitzes. Make sure we get to the quarterback and we hit him hard, we hit him early. If you got to take that extra third step and you might get a 15-yard flag, it don't matter. You need to intimidate this young guy. You need to send a message to this young guy. You right? You got Ruben Bain, you got Moser, you got all these guys that have been coming off the edge. Ruben Bain was up for Heisman. You need to let him know this is the team, this is the defense, and this is what we're bringing. That's what my game plan would be. My game plan would come in. We're going to intimidate. We're going to get after the quarterback early. We're going to hit him early. Listen, if we get a 15-yard flag, it is what it is. Because we started talking earlier how if you got Patrick Mahomes, if you got Jared Goff, if those guys' clock can get sped up, and we're talking about all-pro quarterbacks, what do you think is going to happen to a young freshman guy? After you do that, everything else should fall in place, right? Like at the end of the day, everything else should fall in place. People want to talk about weather. Look, playing in 40, 50 degrees, that shit ain't cold, bro. That shit ain't cold. You know what I'm saying? Put the Vaseline on, go out there and ball and perform again. Destiny is not in our hands, right? After winning this game, we still need a bunch of domino effect things to happen. But again, the only chance that you have getting to the college football playoffs is winning this game. And you got to win it in fashion, right? Because again, beating a Pittsburgh team at home on the road that's ranked, that can only help your chances of getting to the college playoffs.
Well, is this y'all last regular season game?
Yes.
Both. So Pitt wins, they get in. 100%. Pitt wins, they get into the ACC championship 100%. We beat Pitt. Too many things got to happen for us to get in the ACC championship, but that helps our chances getting into the college playoffs tremendously.
No, so let me
you
be
need like SMU to lose, and who else?
I ain't got my calculator on me, Jerm. I don't know. I ain't got the TI-89. Win the fucking game. Hey, win the game and then just start showing up. Just say we headed to the college playoffs. Fake it till you make it.
That's Ohio State's thing. So we win, we spoil Michigan's chance to get in the playoffs, and we go to the Big Ten championship. So basically, they need to win to get into the playoffs.
Yeah,
we need to win to go to the Big Ten championship. So not the same, but you get what I'm coming from.
DJ, I don't know where you think it's going to be 40 or 50 degrees, but dude, it's cold here. It's going to be 33 degrees at kickoff. So
in
Pittsburgh,
I
don't know if that matters.
Oh, it changed.
It shouldn't.
That still ain't all that.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't, man.
It's snow overnight.
Put that. They got this
game.
Listen, they got this shit called second skin that you put on.
That's good for the people who play in it. But
for y'all young men, that second skin that they put on that help close your pores and it's like icy hot. You got to remember, you touch it with your hands. You can't touch your balls after.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you talking about running around with your hair on fire?
All right, let's talk about another great rivalry in sports, the Iron Bowl. So Alabama goes on the road to play in Auburn. A little surprised. Alabama's 5.5-point favorites. I thought it'd be more.
I thought it'd be more than that.
8.5. But yeah, Alabama's favored by 5.5. But again, rivalries, you can throw records out the window, and you know, it'll be a good game. I'll probably watch that one too. I don't know. I've got Alabama covering that one. I feel really good about that one. Alabama needs this. And Auburn, you know, Auburn's been out for 4 or 6 weeks, so I don't know what, you know, they're playing for pride.
They still out. You can throw the record out the window. They ain't got a snowball's chance in hell to beat Alabama.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I agree.
1-6 or 1-5 in the conference play, 5-6 overall.
Yeah,
they not winning. Yeah, I'm going Alabama.
Yeah, I'm pretty much going Alabama for the same reason. When you lose, I don't know how well teams have more like will and like pride when their coach first gets fired. But I think once you get to the last game of the season, even if it is a rivalry, you're like, man, we ain't going nowhere. I think some people have mentally shut it down already.
Yeah.
Maybe the seniors may have like some emotional tie to it, but mass majority of everybody, these motherfuckers think about the portal and everything else.
Sir, exactly. I was just about to say that.
I need to get into the portal injury free.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I agree. I think it'd be a new title to this game. It'd be Boat Race Bama. I don't think Auburn gonna do anything. It's a wrap. So I got Bama.
I got Ole Miss versus Mississippi State.
Well, hang on. DJ, did you pick?
No, I didn't pick.
Yeah, you're up.
No, I got Bama as well. Again, this game means everything for Bama. They lose this, chances of them getting into the college football playoffs are slim to none. You know.
Oh, so they're not in?
They 4th in the conference right now.
No, listen. We've been speaking earlier this year about a 3-win SEC teams getting in. The issue is Bama's ranked 10th right now. With the loss to Auburn,
that would knock them out.
It would not. Yeah, I mean, when you think about a 2-loss or a 3-loss
Texas, 3-loss
SEC,
Texas.
Yeah, Texas. How many losses Georgia got? 1 still or 2?
1.
1. Yeah. So really, it's Texas, but their percentages.
Right.
Yeah, that shit is down the drain. But again, Bama loses. They're not in. So forget covering. I think they're gonna come in and have a dominant performance. I think the board is gonna have them boys ready to rock and roll.
For sure.
Boat Race Bama.
So you know, the other, there's a couple other rivalry games we're going to touch on, but Texas playing at Texas A&M. So 3-loss Texas, right? I said they've been out now for a couple of weeks. You know, if they beat Texas A&M and look phenomenal in the process, you know, they would be a 3-loss SEC team. They're sitting at 16 today. Is that enough? Because they can't get into the SEC championship game, right? So this is it. They'd have to win convincingly, you know, push themselves up into, you know, 10, 11, or 12. I think it's a long shot, which is why I think A&M will win this game and will cover the 2.5. I'm going with the Aggies.
I got to have Texas win this one. And that's an emotional pick.
Yeah, you must have had too much turkey yesterday.
I got to have Texas win this one because I need Ole Miss to get into the SEC championship. Yeah.
Not because you think they'll win. Emotionally, you're like DJ.
Pick. Yeah, I'm having an emotional pick. Yeah,
okay,
and,
that's fair.
Yeah, that's what that is.
You ever heard of Snowball's Chance? Yeah, man.
But A&M, y'all have been seeing their close games. The defense they haven't been great. I'm just saying if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, right?
Yeah, no, it's not impossible.
Yeah, you remember how South Carolina had them dudes on the ropes early, and then they made adjustments. South Carolina better than Texas?
No.
If Texas does the same thing, do you think they'll have that same effect and come back?
No.
So it's possible, right?
So I'll give you two things. Texas has a way better defense than South Carolina. Right. They have a phenomenal defense, right? But I just don't see. I'm more convinced after hearing Mike Elko talk, right, where he talks about the foundation of their team, how they came back against South Carolina, how they go about winning games, and just the way they've been performing. And I believe in momentum, right? And I think every coach, just like Ryan Day, is saying, like, you know, if you're okay, there's people who believe that they're real contenders who have a shot to win the championship. You're going to have Michigan, you're going to have Ohio State, you're going to have Georgia. Who's sitting at number 5?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, right? Those coaches' messages are totally different than everybody else who just happens to be in the playoffs. They like, yo, if we really want to do this thing right, we have to go play in a different fashion in this last game of the season, and we have to roll into the playoffs that way to have that momentum to try to win the championship. I think all 5 of those teams are talking about winning the championship, and they really believe that they can do it decisively. I think a lot of other people are like, and this is no shots at DJ, but like, we got to get in. That's the main conversation. So I think that with Mike Elko, he's like, yo, we can't have a slip up like we did with South Carolina. We need to go out here and whoop Texas ass. And more like we have to be the aggressor. We have to press on the gas. We have to disrupt Arch Manning. We can't let Arch Manning do what Lenore Sellers did to us. Now, if the kids get on the field and perform and do it, that's one thing. But I just think that that's their messaging. Just like our message is, fuck this rivalry shit. Like, we hear what the whole world is talking about. We got to go fuck these dudes up because we want to be in the Big Ten championship. And we want to go back to back. That's a total different narrative than, oh, we just want to win the rivalry. Nah, nigga, y'all in the way of us trying to go do something totally different than, I mean, y'all get what I'm coming from.
Yeah, I got a correction. Texas Tech is actually number 5. Number 6 is Oregon. Ole Miss is at 7. So that's on me.
But now you see what I'm talking about. Like, there's 4 teams who are really talking about we can go win this thing. Everybody else is talking about
getting in.
Yeah.
And Oregon jumping Ole Miss. That's like a really big deal. That happened in the CFP rankings this week.
Oregon jumped Ole Miss?
Oregon jumped Ole Miss. So that's a big deal, kind of setting up if Ole Miss were to lose here. You know, they are going to get, I think, pushed out of the playoff with 2 losses. So there's a lot riding on this for Ole Miss.
Wow.
Oh, that's that Phil Knight. Hey, motherfucker.
Let's talk. So for the viewers, you know, tonight, Friday night, 7 or 7:30. That's that Texas A&M game. So we do get Friday night premier matchup tonight, which is great. Now today at noon is the Egg Bowl. So Ole Miss going on the road to play Mississippi State. Ole Miss favored by 7. Like we said, a lot riding on this for Ole Miss, and for Mississippi State, it's really, you know, just the rivalry. So, you know, Alex?
First of all, I want to give a shout out to my athletes. I got a chance to take them up to Eastern Michigan to watch Western Michigan, where my nephew plays for, and he played for Fair State. He actually had a pick, man. I got a chance to see him have his first interception.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm saying all of that to say Fair State, Trinidad Chambliss, you know, they come from, he's up there at Ole Miss now. So obviously that has been my team that I picked, DJ. You know, they said I didn't pick a team. I picked the team probably midway through the season, which was Ole Miss. I'm taking them to win this game. Mississippi State has actually played a couple of teams tough. But rivalry game, we know they'll play even tougher. But I'm still thinking and hoping that Ole Miss can pull this out so that they can jump up and be in that SEC championship if Texas go ahead and do their job and what they're supposed to do. So, Ole Miss.
No, I just want the drama. I want Ole Miss to win just so they see. I want to see what happened with Lane Kiffin. I want to see if they tell his ass get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I just want the sports theatrical stuff. That's all. I don't even want Mississippi State to even have a chance.
Yeah.
I want his ass to win just so you can see the board of trustees and Lane Kiffin have a stare down.
Like, you gonna pay me or what?
But Mo,
What's up?
they over there gumming at kneecaps. Right? Listen, we calling they bluff. They done gummed at kneecaps because wasn't it 2 or 3 weeks ago they went publicly and said we need to have a decision?
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. It's like telling a woman, you do that again, I'm gonna leave you. She do it again, and you like, hey, we gotta talk. Right?
I'm down for the soap opera, bro.
Y'all, that's what I'm saying. Y'all came out and said we need to have a decision by is the Egg Bowl?
Egg Bowl today.
Tomorrow. He's announcing it tomorrow.
Oh, so he's announcing
He's
tomorrow.
came out. He's announcing tomorrow.
Yeah.
For the game?
No,
After
the
the
game the game is Friday, today at noon. Tomorrow, following the Egg Bowl, he will make his announcement.
But I thought it was before the Egg Bowl, though.
No,
No,
they've
the
always
Egg
said
Bowl's
after.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Still gumming at the kneecaps.
Hey, I'm telling you, win, lose, or draw, he's going to LSU.
Yes, let's
telling
do
you.
this because I want everybody to say what they think is going to happen
He's going
before
to-
it happens.
He's going
You're saying he's leaving and it's
I'm
LSU.
saying Ole Miss, with all due respect, Ole Miss is not Louisiana State University.
Not even close.
Louisiana State University is Louisiana State University. Lane Kiffin is a big dog. He wants to be where big dog is at. And if he wants to be in this conversation of being a national championship caliber coach, he's going to Ole Miss. He's going to LSU, and they're going to pay my man about $14 million a year. It's my opinion.
LSU. I think you're going to LSU too. I agree totally with you. I don't even think they're gonna make the playoffs. So they'll make the playoffs. I'm sorry, but I think after they lose in the playoffs, I think he out of there. So tomorrow, tonight they'll win, but tomorrow he'll make an announcement that he ain't staying.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's leaving. Boy, this week the LSU talk really ramped up. So if I had to put money on a place he's going, I do think he's leaving, and I do think it's LSU. Alex?
Hey, how you doing? I hate these questions, man, because I'm not clairvoyant. You know,
He gonna switch teams.
He rubbing them knees. Look, he rubbing them knees.
Told you.
Rubbing them knees.
I'm going.
Told you niggas be rubbing their knees.
Hey, rub the knees and a clap after? Oh, man.
I gotta stay. I'm going to think that he's going to stay with Ole Miss, and I'm just hoping that he's faithful. Again, I'm bad at thinking people think the same way as me. You know what I mean?
What would make him stay at Ole Miss?
Loyalty.
Oh man,
Like a
that's
golden,
it.
he's like a golden retriever.
That's
You think
it.
Lane Kiffin's a golden retriever?
You know his history?
Nice doggy. Nice doggy. He's this little puppy.
He's out of there.
So
He probably is.
I'm talking about. Do you know his history?
Yeah, I know his history.
Okay,
I
so
do.
what they say? History is the best. How the saying
Best
goes?
predictor of the future.
Best predictor of the
Yeah,
future.
those who forget history, repeats itself. Same thing. You know,
No loyalty. He's out of there.
Well, that's just my opinion, man.
Man.
I think when he saw yesterday Eli Drinkwitz at Missouri just got $11 million. $11 million at Missouri.
I think
That is nuts.
the only thing DJ had made a point about the I don't know if it's the law in Ole Miss about
4
the money.
years.
Yeah, the 4
Yeah, he
years.
said he can't have a state contract more than 4 years.
Yes, unless they shoot that money all the way up. You know, that's the only way I really
Alex.
see him saying.
Let me
But-
ask you this. With all due respect,
Yeah.
it's Mississippi,
Okay.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
He's not, man, there's nothing there, bro.
He's there and he's making something of it right now.
Okay. I'm going down the street to Baton Rouge where I can go in my backyard.
Pressure.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about I can go in my backyard where they probably have a culture of high school football that's a lot richer than Mississippi, right?
Right.
I have no competition against Mississippi State. LSU is the premier
It's the
program.
only thing there. I get that.
Yeah, I can
Might as
walk
well
out
say
my
it's a protein.
door and hey, let me take you.
Dip into
Basically,
Florida,
what-
dip into Texas.
what
I got
DJ
money.
was doing.
The same thing that DJ said. You said don't go north of Broward County.
That's it.
This nigga can just say, hey, we're going to just draw a map around Louisiana. We're going to keep the best and most premier talented people here. And he's going to have a shot because there's a lot of good football players. Ed Reed, right? Don't Ed come from Louisiana?
Ed Reed, Reggie Wayne. It's a lot, man.
But do you think he's struggling bringing in athletes to Ole Miss? When you say competing,
I mean, his starting quarterback came from Ferris State. No offense.
he's a dog.
He is a dog, but I'm saying, like, if you're getting 5-star recruits in that are ballers, you're probably not getting Division II transfers, right?
But look at the quarterback that they had before he came in, Trinidad. He was, 4 or 5-star?
Let me
Yeah.
say this. Let me ask you, the base of your team, the base of your team, you're going to have a lot of, this is no offense to the state of Mississippi when I say this. I just would say through history, you'll have a better base team coming out of Louisiana versus in Mississippi.
I don't disagree with that. I don't.
That's
disagree.
and you can go put your extras on top and go get you a transfer portal guy from here. Like, these kids still care about this is still LSU, just like Ohio State. We're always going to have, like, you're always going to go be able to grab a premier player just because of the history of your program. Like, you can't think of, I mean, I don't know. I can go on and on about this because I have like deep feelings about this, but this show is long. Hopefully y'all watch it all day on Friday.
We'll clip it up, man. We'll clip it up.
Yeah, but like this. Thank y'all. Me and Will's beef start after this. Next time y'all see us, it's either somebody gonna have a sad face. Yeah, somebody gonna have a sad face. Somebody gonna be apologizing. Somebody gonna be making excuses. My hopes that it ain't me. That's what I'm telling you. My hopes is that it ain't me. My hopes is that these shirts have brought some good fortune into my life. And hopefully I've done enough good deeds, God. God, if it's anything that you can help me out with this weekend.
Hey, you said a great prayer yesterday at Thanksgiving. So no.
Okay, before we go, hey DJ.
Yeah.
Let's talk about before I go. This is
Hey, bro,
Shaq,
chill out,
right? Look, this is. Hey, DJ, have you ever been invited over to somebody's house for Thanksgiving?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, have you ever asked for seconds?
Never.
Okay. Alex, this nigga comes to me. I'm in the kitchen. Motherfucker come to me like, now Will, you'll think Will been over my fucking house 55 times. Will gonna make it.
Feet up on your furniture.
Will walking through my house. Will feet up. Will done kick back the whole nine. Alex said, "Hey man, do you mind if I get seconds?" Man, we got full fucking.
Hey, in my defense, man, I was brought up right.
No, I can understand if it's the last piece of sweet potato pie or something like that. Out of respect, you kind of look around. You don't say nothing. If I'm about to grab it, I'm gonna go like this. I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want nobody to say nothing. I'm already having kind of touching and scoop.
Let me just tell you, DJ. It was about 20. It was 23 people.
Yeah.
And everybody took to-go plates home, and we still had a bunch of food there. And he's asking, can he get a second plate? I said, come on.
Hey, I was brought up right, man.
Oh, I guess I was brought up wrong.
Not saying that. Not saying that, man. My parents raised me, man. Hey, you don't go in there. This is not your place. You ask. You get confirmation, and that's all I did.
I see this nigga every day. We go to Chipotle. Niggas be eating chips and Doritos and hearing shit. Nigga gonna ask me.
Hey, he gonna have to tell me to stop next time.
All right.
Damn, I couldn't end the show. Why couldn't we end 3 minutes ago when we were supposed to? Hey, Will, cut that out.
In 3 minutes ago.
All right. Well, y'all enjoy your Friday. Hopefully, since y'all ain't had shit to do, y'all ain't mind about the long show. But y'all enjoy your Friday. Check us out every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. and on Sunday at 6 a.m. for the NFL show. We gone.